Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I am so glad you are here with me again. So sit back, relax your shoulders, and let's travel to a small, forgotten corner of Spain. Because today's story is not about a champion. Not yet. Today's story is about a baby in a plastic tub, in a football changing room, having his photo taken with a shy young player who did not even know how to hold him properly. Neither of them knew, on that day, what the future would bring. This is the story of Lamine Yamal. If you enjoy learning English through real stories about real people, please follow storyline icons. Every story is a new lesson, and every lesson helps you grow. Now, let us begin. Our story starts near Barcelona, Spain, in a small town called Mataró. Inside Mataró, there is a neighborhood called Rocafonda. It is not a rich place. It is not a famous place. Newspapers later described it as forgotten and ignored by the rest of the city. But the people there are proud, warm, and full of life. And on the 13th of July, 2007, a baby boy was born in this world. His name was Lamine Yamal. His father, Monir, came from Morocco. His mother, Sheila, came from Equatorial Guinea, a country in Africa. Two different worlds met in one small Spanish town, and from that meeting, little Lamine arrived. His parents gave him a special name. Lamine and Yamal were the names of two kind men who had once helped the family when they needed it most. So his name itself was a thank you. Before he could even speak, when Lamine was only a few months old, something happened that nobody understood. The meaning of yet. A local charity organized a small event with FC Barcelona players, taking photographs with families from Neighborhood for a children's charity calendar. Baby Lamine's family won a place in that event. And so, a tiny baby from Rocafonda was placed gently into the arms of a young Barcelona player for a photograph. That player's name was Lionel Messi. Neither of them smiled much. Lamine was just a baby. Messi was shy and unsure how to hold him. But somebody, somewhere, kept that photograph. And years later, the world would look at that photograph and feel something close to magic. From his very first steps, Lamine loved the ball. He played in the streets of Rocafonda with his cousin and his friends, never wanting to stop, never wanting to come inside for dinner. He joined a small local club close to home, just to play with other children. But very quickly, the coaches there noticed something unusual. This small boy controlled the ball like it was attached to his foot with string. He saw passes that other children could not see. He was calm, even when older boys tried to push him off the ball. When Lamine was only 6 years old, scouts from FC Barcelona came to watch him play. They did not need long. Within minutes, they understood. This boy belonged at La Masia, Barcelona's legendary academy, the same academy that had trained Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta. Lamine's family agreed, and he began training and studying there, surrounded by some of the most talented young footballers from across the world. But becoming a footballer is not only about talent, it is about real life too. Lamine's parents had separated when he was still very small, and family life was not always simple. He spent his weekdays with his mother and his weekends with his father, learning from a young age how to carry love from two different homes at once. Many children in his position struggle to find stability. Lamine found his stability on the football pitch. There, nothing else mattered. There, he was free. Inside La Masia, Lamine grew quickly, not in height, but in skill. He was often placed with boys 2 years older than him, and instead of being afraid, he made them look slow. By the time he was 15 years old, something extraordinary began to happen. Barcelona's first-team coach started inviting him to train with the senior players, men twice his age, players who had won World Cups and Champions League trophies. And Lamine did not look out of place. He looked like he belonged there all along. On the 29th of April, 2023, the moment arrived. Lamine Yamal walked onto the pitch for FC Barcelona's first team for the very first time as a substitute. In a match against Real Betis, he was 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old. With that single match, he became the youngest player to wear the Barcelona first-team shirt in over 100 years. The crowd did not yet know his name well. By the end of that season, the whole footballing world did. Goals came, assists came, and with every match, Lamine grew bolder. He would receive the ball near the sideline, slow down, look at the defender in front of him calmly, almost like he was studying a puzzle, and then, in one quick movement, he would be gone, leaving the defender turning in confusion behind him. Commentators began comparing his style to Messi himself, not because he was copying him, but because, like Messi, Lamine seemed to see the game differently from everyone else on the pitch. In the summer of 2024, Lamine represented Spain at the European Championship, one of the biggest tournaments in football. He was just 16 years old, the youngest player at the entire tournament. Many people expected him to sit and watch and learn. Instead, he played and he shone. Match after match, he created danger, scored unforgettable goals, and helped guide Spain all the way to the final. In that final, with the whole of Europe watching, young Lamine provided the assist that helped Spain lift the trophy. A boy from a forgotten neighborhood in Mataró was now a European champion before he had even finished growing up. After that summer, Lamine was no longer a promising talent. He was one of the most important players in the world. Barcelona built their attack around him. Defenders across Europe began preparing entire game plans just to try and stop one teenager. He was given the famous number 10 shirt at Barcelona, a number once worn by Ronaldinho and later by Messi himself. Wearing it was not just an honor, it was a responsibility, and Lamine carried it with surprising calm for someone so young. The seasons that followed brought more trophies. Barcelona won league titles and cup competitions, with Lamine at the heart of almost every important moment. He was nominated for the Ballon d'Or, the award for the best player on earth, while still only a teenager, something almost nobody in football history had ever achieved. He finished as one of the very best players in the world, competing now not against boys his own age, but against the greatest legends of the modern game. And through all of this, Lamine never forgot where he came from. After every goal, he raises his fingers to show the numbers 304. It is the postcode of Rocafonda, his old neighborhood, the forgotten corner of Mataro, that the world had never paid attention to before him. Now, because of one boy with a ball at his feet, the whole world knows its name. And so, my friends, we come to the end of our journey through the story of Lamine Yamal. We traveled from a small flat in Rocafonda to a charity photograph with a football legend, to the biggest stages in world football. We saw a boy from a place nobody noticed become a player that nobody can ignore. And what do we take from this story? Perhaps it is this: greatness does not care where you come from. It does not care if your neighborhood is famous or forgotten, if your family is wealthy or working hard just to get by. What matters is what you do with the chance you are given, and whether you keep believing even when the world has not noticed you yet. And to you, the English learner listening right now, maybe nobody has noticed your progress yet either. Maybe you still feel like that quiet boy from a forgotten neighborhood. That is all right. Keep showing up. Keep practicing. One day, like Lamine, your moment will arrive too. So, keep going. We believe in you, and we are honored to walk this road with you. If this story moved you, please leave a comment below. Tell us which part of Lamine's journey touched you the most. Subscribe to Storyline Icons so you never miss a new story. And share this with someone who needs a little inspiration today. We will see you in the next story. Until then, take care of yourself, keep learning, and remember, the greatest journeys always begin with one brave step.